yes, utaka hapa. Even me, I can speak for myself and say this is the first time I've really ever been engaged in politics, and it's coming to this realization yenye Pauline anasema hapa is if you don't do politics, politics will do you. So there's no way to live anywhere and not get affected by what the stupid politicians, if it's stupid ones who are governing you, wako kwa ofisi in wherever mahali popote huko. So you can't sit around and say na complain kwa sababu whether you don't want to get involved, politics will do you. So, and there's also this tendency yenye good people and people of integrity, when they sit around and don't participate in politics and seek elected office, then guess what happens? The most evil, the worst, the corrupt of us become our leaders. Alafu tuna complain. So it's time for good people of integrity to wake up from the slumber. Don't think ati utakuwa affected na politics. If you don't be the one that unashika usukani, who's your governor, who's your MP, who's your MCA, get involved kwa sababu that's the only way to change your situation and the people around you. Otherwise, time for sitting around imeisha. This is also a time for courage. You know, when people are slumbering around na guoga mingi na nini, you also have to make a choice. Do you wanna continue kunyanyaswa and just sit around and be a slave for you and your kids, ama do you wanna get up, do what needs to be done, be brave, whatever it takes? Because whether it's politics, governance, getting involved is the only way, and also courage is required. It's not that uoga mingi. Anyway, asante Pauline, I totally agree with your sentiment.
Okay. Asante sana. I can see Farouk is trying to request. And let me just approve his mic. But before we get him on the mic, can I have KD?
Niaje?
KD Lethal.
Niaje?
Poa sana.
Niko fiti. You guys are doing a wonderful job. It's good to listen to what you're talking about. The only sentiment I wanted to share is I think this county thing was a failure drastically because we have a lot of people who are gaining from them, and I think like you guys are talking about, it's good if we actually just stand up. They say usipoamka utaamshwa, and I think that is what is happening, and it's all over, not just in politics, at religion. Occupy churches was one of the best movements. So why am I saying this? I thought I heard, and then Eric Omondi actually just spoke it. I've been privileged enough to travel to quite many parts of this beautiful world, and one of the things I learned is kuna places utaenda, like for example, I can go to Mombasa, then leave Mombasa in a certain country and go to Turkana, and you don't tell the difference. You don't have to adopt for you to live in either of those counties. However much it is that the countries are developed and stuff, but I think the most important thing is we really have to man up, and fear is not a thing that we should actually be worried of having. Courage is just the presence of fear, lakini having the will to go on. I think the only thing I can say is there's so much that we've seen Morara do, and Eric Omondi is doing something right now based on what you guys are talking about. And however much it is that we may not have something to talk about, even just reposting what these brave guys are doing is giving enough. Let guys get to know that number one, the counties we have are actually just but a tick, sucking up on most of our efforts and blood, and feeding very few of the benefactors who do not care about you. And then now, secondly, you have to keep our eyes on the ground because most of what we are told counties were. I don't understand why bado tuko na mama wa mboga ama unaambiwa ati watu wa huko mashinani when the country was devolved. It's a sham. Let's try, is my plea, give Eric Omondi support as well, as he tries to collect the 1 million signatures he's trying to go for. If we can reduce these counties to the number of a reasonable amount that the country can be able to manage, I think it will help us be able to supervise and oversee the entire country. Because I think even some of the reasons why most of us may not be able to talk is there's just too many things happening. Mara sijui ni governor, mara sijui deputy governor, mara first lady wa governor, mara MCA, mara sijui what, mara you don't even know. Then governor ameandika watu wao, akona mpango wa kando. Like it's just so many things happening. So before you get to consolidate your mind into one thing, you already have an exhaustion of the mind. So let's try support those who have the courage and confidence of doing things, and then we can always now devolve and bring our ideas together on such platforms, get to see the progress we are making, as little as they may be. And I believe at the end of the day, as long as we head in the same direction, we'll have our destination, regardless. Thanks.